Okay, so this is how I see it breaking down. I'll go over like just the first, I don't know, what, four the most common breakouts that I think we're gonna end up seeing in Atlantic City. Yeah, let's just draw them out. So, most obvious one, I think, maybe first points actually, especially early on in the tournament. You'll see two guys at home. Let's do green. Two guys at home. Let's see. For sure spots. Snake can. For sure spots. This is kind of the don't know yet, but I mean people are going to want to be here. Whether or not they're going to be able to get there is another story, and also what division you're going to be playing in. But I think the tower, two at home initially, snake, the snake can, and probably something like this too. This guy can kind of hold up for a little bit, so if you wanted to kind of read it, because the last thing you want is two people running in the same lane. So if this, let's say this guy needs to basically run out here fast, play straight up. This guy's going to be straight up. This guy is going to be shooting. He's going to have a choice of shooting here, the gap, or shooting the wide or the taller, I think, a corner. Which is nice because you're going to have a choice, because when you're choosing whether or not you're going to run to all the way into the snake, which appears kind of dangerous, or you can change up the height of the paintball when people are sweet spotting. So maybe one game you have a snake, and then the next game you go out wide, drawing guns higher, and then you just kind of switch it from there. I think that's probably going to be like your most standard kind of breakout in the very beginning. When this, the one guy that I was talking about here that we don't want getting shot in the same lane if they have the shot on the can. You also, both you guys are running on here, then you're also kind of risking both bodies. So this guy can be a little bit slower here, maybe stopping like kind of here, shooting back. Maybe, I don't know, just a juke. I don't know if you're actually going to kill the dude. And then just kind of running like a little bit wider here. Like on both sides, actually, it makes sense because people are going to be booking it, or basically just sprinting. It makes sense for these guys to be, it makes more sense to almost overrun it. This one's kind of, people going here, it's kind of dangerous only because people slow down. They're going to run and they slow down and they're going to get hit on the slow down. But if a guy were to sprint and be okay with kind of oversliding a bit and then just walking back in or crawling back in, then I think that's the safer route. But I think ideally, if you can run here, which is still okay, if you're fast enough, to overslide it a little bit, or want to be on your. Yeah, that's the thing. Is this guy going to run and shoot here? I don't know. I don't know what the benefit is there. I think it's more important for you to actually get there. Running and shooting just increases the probability of getting shot off the top. And every time I'm looking to break down the layout, then what I look for first is how can I make the game unfair? Basically, how can I play a 5-on-4? I don't care who I shoot. I just want it to be unfair. If I think that this is the most standard play, and I'll say, let's say, basically I call them for sure spots where I think people are always going to be. You're just bored, don't know what to shoot at yet. People are always going to be here, I think, for the most part. I think people are always going to be here, and other than that, it's kind of a toss-up. You could say people are going to be here, but I think this is going to be kind of dangerous because there is kind of we do have a legitimate bounce shot here that makes this guy miserable. But it is important for this guy to be here in the beginning because he does have like kind of the best shot on the snake crawl on the snake line. So we'll switch to in a minute. I'll switch to like the actual virtual view of how you would see the because paintball's arc. So when we're looking at this in 2D format, it's a lot harder to break down. But let's go to like another play. So if that's a standard play, like the most common play I think we're gonna see, then let's say another play might be we're still gonna have this guy coming out here, and again, I think you're gonna find these guys are going to end up shooting straight down. I think you're gonna see some snake runs. So, and the choice is whether or not somebody's gonna run into the snake like this, or are they gonna be able to run here, which makes a lot more sense. If this guy's, I think if you can get here, then this is ideal, because then you can start wrapping, shooting it back on these guys, and then it's relatively easy just to kind of quick crawl here, and then again quick crawl here. If paint's coming in, let's say if the paint's coming on the outside here, then just have the guy kind of recognize that, but he still has options to kind of go inside here, crawl a little bit, and then literally just go sideways. So I think the goal here, I mean, this is strong. This snake thing right here, this is pretty strong. So I think you're going to see a lot of teams try to get here pretty quickly. I think there's definitely a field where you're not going to be able to play defensive. There are some things you can kind of shut down, but not very much, especially if a team is just dedicated and going. I think it's important to kind of get out of those old spots and not try to be like all set and not get all set up in like the home. I think, yeah, I mean the nice thing is like let's say the breakout happens and nobody goes wider than, yeah, so let's just draw like a grid. Let's say this guy's sweet spotting and he recognizes like no one's there is nothing here, nothing's happening over here, no one's gone winery here, so they're either here or here or here. Then it makes sense for him to maybe just deal with the bounce shot and just tuck his body in and play as much of this side as possible and just try to keep this out of control, or keep this out, and keep them out of the snake. The problem is that if you're constantly shooting at the ground, you're never going to pick up a guy that chooses to go out wide here. On the Dorito side, you have a legitimate, I think what you probably end up seeing a lot of times is people going, I think this is like almost like a dedicated thing. The home guy's almost always going to be shooting snake way. I think you are going to see some people come straight up here because the Dorito side's pretty nasty too, and you just gotta, and this kind of shuts down this. So no, you're not. It's super hard to be able to put in this guy, but he'll be able to stop, and he'll be able to stop anything else going in through here. I think what will naturally happen in that scenario when people read it is, okay, this guy's shutting down the outside of this Dorito. This area right here is pretty hard to keep track of, and that guy could, that guy could have been the guy that came here first, because it's all right. You can stand up here and you can actually shoot cross. You can stand up, you can shoot straight up. You can do that bounce shot here. But ultimately, I don't think you're gonna want to stay here. I think come here, do the bounce shot for a little bit, not your whole life. You could, and then kick into here. Again, maybe they do the same thing. Maybe guy goes here, and he's doing the exact same thing, shutting down anything wider than here. It sucks that if someone recognizes that you're shutting it down like that, and they're never gonna go, then maybe this guy starts to go to work. And I think this bunker, these are kind of like stepping stones because the shots aren't super great, but it's really easy to come here, and then this is literally like a foot to come over. So if this guy's if you recognize this guy shutting down the Dorito side from there, and this guy comes here, because you still want to get in the Doritos. If this gun's not constantly rolling, this one, then it's really easy to just jump over here real quick. And the goal is not like the Doritos, and I think most people are going to play Dorito size on the wrap, especially if you're the widest. I think you'll probably see a lot of people end up getting here. Yeah, I don't know. I think there are some teams that are going to sit here and want to play this forever. But really, I think it's really in your best benefit to get here, get control of the wire, shoot straight down, and then at the very least, get to here, get to here, and then this is kind of where you figure out, okay, is this dude shutting it down? And if he is, then maybe you chill here for a second. Yell to your boy, and then maybe have a trigger or a call where it's like, okay, once I touch this thing, then the home dude, please, start working your way over here, get behind me, or this guy, especially if this guy's has just gotten to like the Dorito side, there's really 0 point for this guy to be here anymore. So he's like, oh shit, just blew the shot. That guy went right through my lane. I didn't get him. So this guy immediately has to go to work. Like, he has to start doing this, and from here he can kind of shoot out here again. But I think that's gonna be a pretty common thing. I think this whole area, which I don't know, I'm working on doing like some heat maps and stuff like that. But like areas that I think that people are gonna get lost in, like here. So like when you're looking for like, okay, we shot 2 bodies. I know a guy's here. I know a guy's here. Where's the third body? I think this is where people are gonna be, a lot of times, because this guy can easily play the tape, realize he's not getting control of tape, wrap it, but still realizes he wants to go. He can wrap the inside and then still go up here and go to work. I think it's very likely you're going to see teams going, straight up here to the whatever you want to call it, the very center 50. I think this guy's role here is to straight up shoot Dorito side, because that's a legitimate shutdown. I think once people start calling this out, hey, there's a guy here, blah blah blah, he's shutting it down, then I think that's going to trigger guys in this area to like, okay, probably need to go get this dude and trade out at the very least. I think with this field, I think it's actually really good. There's a lot of both sides can win, but essentially at least in the very beginning of the game, I think you're having 2 games played. Like, you're having this Dorito side, and then you're having this whole Dorito side, or the snake side. So we have a snake side game going, and we have a Dorito side game going, until people start getting up in the spots. I still think it's in people's best interest, once you getting into this spot right here, to just go ahead and win the side. I saw a ton of people trying to play here, shoot cross, play here, shoot cross. Like, man, just go win the game. If you can come here, then, and they're not out wide, like this, you're whatever, and maybe you can make a call for it. Off the top, you can, the 3 or the home guy can say, okay, nobody's wider than here, and I'm shutting it down. If you can get here and you're wrapping it, then it's just kind of game over. That's a rough spot to be in. There's a rough spot to be in. Not as rough because of the wrap. There's a rough spot to be in, especially when the dude's here. You're gonna kill him, and you might as well just go win the game. I think people will recognize and see people get here, which is gonna create all the whatever. Well, snake 50, which creates a lot of attention. So I think like the biggest thing there, if you're playing here, is just be alive, just be there, soak up the attention, so that'll free up other guys. Because when you soak up attention, you soak up a couple bodies or a couple guns, and they start shooting at you all the time because they're super worried about that. Then I think that's when you can start having this guy like kind of transitioning here, And from here, it doesn't, he's in a position to where he can kind of protect his boy, because I think when people start to getting kind of frantic, like, oh, he's snake 50, and you have to worry about like maybe people trying to run down and get him. This guy, well, if they don't trade, this guy will at the very least kill him for sure. But let's say they're still here, whatever, still here, and then maybe over here. I think if you're in the snake 50, you just stay on the wrapping, you just control the wire, you just, I don't know what you want to call it, cut the pie or whatever. Basically you're shutting down this whole side of the field. And this almost becomes like a stalemate, so it's kind of in this guy's best interest to get into the snake here. Okay, this is becoming like a stalemate. All the attention is on my outside guy here. Just stay flat. Just sit here and crawl and get shots. Crawl here, shoot this dude if that's there. I don't know. We can check in a second. But it's almost like a trigger. Like as soon as this can dies, this guy can definitely do all sorts of damage. So it's I think that's pretty much how I break down the field. There's honestly in the very beginning, especially the first minute or so, Dorito side is a game, Snake side is a game. These are like almost separate games. I don't think you're gonna see a whole lot of cross shots because they're so far away. From the people that are getting here that I've seen, and they're shooting cross, like these long ass cross shots, like unless you have a million, like 9 pods and you're constantly shooting, you're not shutting down anything. I think your main goal, whether you're on the Dorito side or on the Snake side, is to get down and fairly quickly and actually apply pressure. As far as playing, let's just look at the switch, and let's look at how that actually looks. And okay, so this is the Grit Paintball app. So yeah, I think you can very easily see. I think people will get shots on that slowdown, what I was talking about. Let's see if we can do that. Yeah. Let's do. Okay, cool. So this is the Grit Paintball one. And we'll just flip back and forth. So I think it's natural that, or a safe assumption that the corner guy is always going to be, or the home guy is going to be shooting this way. And this is what I was talking about, the different height. To pretty much shoot the snake guy, he's going to be shooting for the basically if I'm diving here, that's where I might get shot. But let's say okay, we ran into the snake that game, we got smoke off the top. Okay, then maybe we run here, because this is different, because before in order for the home guy to shoot the snake guy, he's shooting essentially here. So the difference is that we got for here, we're never gonna shoot that corner guy. So we have to shoot higher. And if I shoot higher, I'm never gonna shoot a snake guy that crawls. So I think snakes are getting caught a lot of times. So just changing up the heights when you're sweet spotting people. Let's say from the Dorito side, I think you probably will see teams double up the home. Hopefully only for a second. I think that's a bad idea to stay here for a hot minute. I think relatively, if it's important, if this guy's sweet spotting, he sees nobody. Nobody's wide. You make a call for it, whatever you want to call it. We can say what we say. Then this guy can kind of just call it out, just keep saying. And I think it's important for him to stay there. And as long as he's tight enough, I don't think this bounce is really going to be that big of a deal. If you're trying to build both the sides like this, then the bounce shot is a big enough deal to where I think you're going to get shot. As far as shutting down Dorito side, if there is any of them, like the snake side, I think people are just going to get to sometimes. Sometimes you're going to get shot. I think the best way you want to play this field is a fast field. and it's, like I said, two different sides. There's a Dorito game and there's a snake side game going on at least the first minute or so of the game. And I think it's in everybody's best interest just to kind of get into the spots, or at least try to get up the field somewhat quickly, to soak up that attention. And just because you get to like the snake 50 or so, the amount of attention that this causes, or the amount of attention that this does to a team, you immediately suck up like two bodies, or two of the opponents are going to end up like focusing on you and just shooting the shit out of everything. So getting here doesn't mean immediately just start just smoking everybody, but basically just getting there to take a breath, realize, oh, okay, well, that was the goal to get here. Okay, now I'm getting shot at, and I'll just wait for my team to kind of catch up. I don't think there's a whole lot of benefit in like running and gunning out here like this to the corner. I think that's a lot easier way to get smoked. I think you're really gonna have to like just straight up sprint here. And I do like this because you can kind of see like, as long as you can see the top of this snake cannon, which we've already determined what I think is going to be like one of the for sure spots. And I think most of the time he's going to be playing the tape. You could slide out here, and just really like, so you could have the corner guy shooting, or the tower guy. So like, let's say, and he could be stopping the crawl, like stopping me from going up forward here. But that's so far a shot, just like we were talking about, like the corner shot on the snake side, that guy has to be constantly rolling his gun. He can't ever stop. So you'll recognize that paint that's hitting, coming across right here. You're like, okay, that's the corner. So then you just do it this way. You can come this way, and you can come all the way into here. I think once you're here, then you can just come over here, and then you're as long as you're getting all the information that you need. You can. There's kind of a bounce shot here. You can shoot off the corner. That'll kind of go right into this dude. Or, I don't know, if you're feeling confident, you can. I would do it. Yeah, I'd probably first come here and immediately just smoke that guy. If I don't smoke him, and then he starts shooting the piss out of this, the top here and screaming at everybody, then I'm still gonna stay tape side. I might just start doing comments for you, just makes it manageable. And hopefully, when I'm here, my team recognizes, okay, Holiday's soaking up a lot of the attention. This guy, since their alpha guy is now so pressed on this, all this guy's got to do is keep kind of check here, wrap a little bit, and then he can come into here. And then when you're in here, if let's say there's a guy, maybe they're in snake 1 as well, which I'll call this one snake 1. You can just bounce here, you can shoot, this, which, you may hit him, let's say. You may be able to hit him. You may be able to shoot. You can just shoot the piss out of that. And it does look like they're going, possibly being able to hit him. But the main thing that bounce shots also do, that people never talk about, is they create another lane. So, what do you think the probability that this guy's going to want to crawl down? It's from as soon as he crawls, he's going to get shot. I think when this outside guy's getting up all the attention and he's just controlling the wire and wrapping it, I think it's at some point you have to decide, okay, I can stay flat here. He's still getting all the attention. He's still getting all the attention. He's still getting all the attention. And then I can come here and just start killing Dorito guys. That's a for sure spot guy. Which, yeah, I don't like the whole backup thing here. I mean, you can get into Snake 1 and you can get into this fight. I don't think it's really worth it. It's too far of a shot, and it's a far of a shot, and it's not as high of a probability. Although it is, probably a pretty good probability that this tower guy could have seen you get into the snake, and he's already shooting the spot. So why even risk it? just get flat while my buddy's over here is taking up all the attention. And I'm just going to crawl down here and try to win the game from the inside. And you can kind of like, the best thing you can do like when you're crawling down like that is it's kind of like just talking normal voice, like yo Holiday, I'm coming down. Yo Holiday, I'm here. And then he knows what's happening on the inside. So that's the snake side. I think that this is, super strong. I like the snake side a lot. It's just a matter of fact of getting into it. And I don't think it's impossible to get into, especially if you're changing up your, whether or not you're getting into it from the corner or you're getting it, from the snake. Again, because the guy that's sweet spotting has to choose, am I going to shoot for a guy running to the snake, diving into it, because you got to shoot at the ground, or do I think he's going corner, in which I'm going to have to pull it up really high. I think you could definitely get up the middle pretty quickly, maybe off the top. I'm not a big fan of like just running straight up there off the top, just for the just for like the surprise factor. Because if let's say everyone else is like, coming here and they're shooting, they might see, oh, he's running up there, he's running up there off the top. So like a guy who's just immediately just running straight up here, I think that's really not worth it. And it's kind of nice to have an extra gun off the top. So like, let's say my plan is to get up to the very center. I'm a big fan of just straight up, being another sweet spot, being another gun. So like, maybe I'll be the one that's tight. So like as soon as the game starts, I'll shoot, and as soon as I see these people kind of come through the things, I see a body like run across here, then that's when I'll launch. And once you're in here, I see no benefit in really shooting snake way, because you don't really have any shots. Although if you get here, you have a pretty, this is a pretty good shutdown. You're shutting it down from pretty far back, literally. Only like it's one little Dorito. So here, this is a real shutdown. And again, like, who cares about what's happening on the snake? Because if I'm here and I'm playing this like tight and I'm shooting it, I'm not getting shot in the back. Even if they get to this thing, I'm not getting shot in the back. The guy's got to get to here shooting. So I'm just shooting this. You can kind of tell, like, once people start realizing, okay, or if they know that you are in the very 50 Godzilla or X or whatever you want to call it, I think you're going to start to see people transitioning, basically to try and come get you, try to deal with you, because it's shutting down the whole rear side. It's kind of a big deal. So, let's say if you're the dude that was shutting down this, and then you hear Godzilla or X or 50 Center or whatever, then you just try to find a way to go get them. Let's see what's the most, I think it's going to be this. Coming this way and just trading out bodies with them, putting paint on them. Let's see. But yeah, so like the very first thing I look at, like anytime I'm looking at a field, is how can I make it an unfair game? How can I, play with 5-on-4? Like the whole idea is to maximize opportunity, mitigate risk. Like mitigating risk is, like what I mean by mitigating risk is safetying, like for these big guns. So like someone going here off the top, someone going further than here off the top. So I could definitely see somebody coming, boom, running here, and this is the safety, because I don't want any wild ass runs. I don't want a guy to get to the 50 Dorito right off the top. But I don't want to sit here forever either. At some point, I'd like to go start playing the game, and then I remember this area. I think this one, this is where people are going to get lost. And coincidentally, they're pretty. If I'm going up here, you do have to kind of contend with like this Dorito if there is one, but he's got to be kind of tall. I think the Dorito's in the home, but man, if paint's not coming through here already, you could easily go here, and then literally this is like a flip, just to get out here, and then just like the 50 snake side, just because you get here doesn't mean it's your job to kill everybody. It's basically soak up the attention. Let people, if people don't know you're there, you'll know because you won't be getting shot at. So yeah, you can definitely come in here and shoot. But I think getting here, you need to like just basically take a breath and be like, okay, soak up the attention, and then that which will soak up bodies, make people look at you, force people to look at you. A couple bodies that force the switches. Anytime you're playing a kind of aggressive game, that's when teams tend to you're forcing them to switch. Where and by switch I mean like we've already decided, okay, our play is going to be, I'm going to shoot this way and you're going to shoot this way. And so we have that two set up, that cross or whatever. And like we're a dedicated team, blah, 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 we're shooting this is our play. But when people start they get into wild spots or getting, playing aggressive, then people just become undisciplined and they start switching. Oh, should I look? I don't know. And then when people are switching, that's when it's just kind of game over. Because there's no more discipline when people are switching. It means they're giving opportunities, they're dropping lanes, everything. Let's see, what else? Oh yeah, we get some video, I guess we could do that. Yeah. Okay, so like another thing, what did I want to say? Let's say, yeah, okay, yeah, so basically every time when you're walking on the field, you're looking at, since you switch sides, you pass by each other. So like one of the things I always kind of look for is how many pods is this guy carrying? I'd say on this field, the average, I'd say the vast majority of people are going to carry maybe 5, 6. So when you see a guy coming out here, and so let's see if I can do, trying to think of one that is not one of our breakouts. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, cool. So like here we have, let's see if it's big enough. Okay, cool. Here we have, I'm not even sure what team this is, either like Mutiny or Killers, a semi-pro team. So like set up here, and we can do this frame by frame. Let's see here. He's got like 7 pods already. This guy. Yeah, I'll do this. This guy has like barely any, and you can tell because he's on the end. Since we already did, what did we say? We said that the for sure spots are going to be here. For sure spots are going to be here. Home probably. This one might get switched, but these two might get switched simply because of how the game is going, whether or not you're getting actually sweet spotted. So let's say, yeah, let's just play this one. So I would assume, okay, so the front guy in here with 4 pods, that's a big tell. Okay, he wants to go far. This guy's got the 6 pods that we're talking about. This guy's got 7. If I were to guess, I would say how they're set up right now. This guy's here. This guy is probably going further than that little temple. So I'd say this guy's going to go here. I haven't watched this yet too, so I could be completely wrong. And just by what we just talked about, I think the home guy is going to be shooting, this or there. This guy outside, I bet he's going to run a gun. Actually, the way he's set up right now, we can do like the next frame. Okay, so we can see this guy's already set up too. So he looks like so they're going to go here, here, home, and this guy's the guy with 4 pods that we walk past, because you walk past everybody when you switch sides. So we're not just saying, hey, what's up, buddy? Good to see you. We're looking at your backs. So like, and this guy's got a normal, 6 or 7 pods. So I think he's gonna be here, and he's gonna be here for a while by that. But let's find out. Okay. All right. Yeah. No. Okay. Well, then I'm right. Yeah. This guy made a big ass run in the snake side. The whatever, the home guy is definitely shooting this. I think what's odd is that this guy ran here, but then shot this way. I don't think the shots are really that great, pretty far. Everybody's running off the top. I don't know if he's exactly really going to be sweet spotting anybody. This guy's straight up. I think that's to be expected. And then I think there must have been a guy that went to the tower, right? Let's see. Oh, he must have got shot. Let's find out. Look at he ran just like super wide. So again, I'm just gonna. I want to see how this guy's like way off the back line. Let's see if he actually gets shot or if he actually plays. Okay, cool. And yeah, I mean, I said we'd focus on this dude, but again, this guy definitely ran far with the intention that he's going to immediately come down, wrap around and then get into the snake 50. This guy ran a shot out here. I don't think I think it's way more important for you to get here alive than run and shoot it. If you run and shoot it, you're just giving your more of a chance of getting shot. So I think as the games go by with better sweet spotting teams, it's going to be pretty hard to run and shoot here and make it here alive. I think this guy, this is the guy I was talking about. Like, okay, it's probably best to, like, if you're going to go here, to like almost overslide it. He's not sweet spotting anybody off the top. He's not controlling anything off the top. He just needs to get there. This guy just needs to get there because it's super important to have the body presence, especially this guy. It's important for this dude, to maintain here, and I don't know what's going on here. So I don't think that's a high probability of killing anybody. I think he should really, especially if the play is to go on the snake, I think this guy should be book it out here fast and shoot down the line and be able to tell, because he's the closest one, and be able to tell this dude what's in front of him. I think I think he's been inside the whole time. This back frame. Man, he ran like almost the out of bounds back line, but whatever. I mean, I guess he could be shooting. Like this guy being inside, I think is also kind of strange, unless he saw somebody go into the snake, because he does have kind of like almost like a drop shot over there. But once the drop shot stops working, obviously the snake, if you didn't hit him on the drop shot, the snake's gonna be alive. I do like that once you realize, you didn't get the drop shot, where most teams I think would be straight up, that he's still fighting to control the wire by shooting back. He's probably shooting back up at his own mirror, and they probably talked about this with the intention of, because this spot isn't that great, with the intention that, hey, I'm going to shoot the inside here, so you should be moving here as soon as I go. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay. So they're saying like the base of the 30-yard line, so there is a player right here. But they're in the snake. But like I said, there's two games going on. There's a drill game going on. There's a snake side game. So either way, the game's gonna be flipped. This is actually a really nice feel I like. I think unless the team they're playing against is already in the snake, I don't know if they did not already get into the snake, then I think that this guy should be staying here, shooting it. But see how the guy got to like the 300, whatever you want to call it, 30-yard line. Really, it's essentially almost just at like almost the 50 Dorito, but he took up one gun here, this guy's gun here, and the home guy was on his gun too. Like can also hear him saying that it's snake 3. So yeah, that makes sense why this guy came here, did his shot, his kind of drop shot, and then just kind of gave up on it because it's really not worth it to continue to shoot something that you're never going to see again. The snake guy's just going to hide from you because the snake guy is looking to go down. If it was me, I would not. I'm still not sure why this dude is crossed. And again, this dude is still shooting inside. They do have a deal here, a guy here, but it doesn't mean that this guy can't go here. And again, I would imagine that if this guy is shooting so much inside like that he's trying to get his guy, like, hey, like, once we got the inside, go get up there. So I don't like this guy stays here forever. I think regardless of what's happening, if the guy's if the other team is in the snake 3, which is not this, it's still in his best benefit to just hurry up and get into this. So the tower's controlling good, so obviously this is a sketchy spot though. Like, he moved here. I get it. Maybe if this guy didn't see it, or maybe no one else saw it and told him that they just moved to this wedge. But this is I don't know, maybe a 50-50 gun battle. And at this point, once the other team gets to like a 30-yard Dorito or whatever you call it, the tower really can't see down the line either way. So that's why he's inside, but he's inside, but he's actually shooting straight down. He's still shooting to the other side. He's still shooting down here. Maybe he's shooting back at where this guy was. Maybe the home. We'll see. Now this thing is finally. The can guy finally started to shoot down. The can guy finally started to shoot down and help his way out, which probably gave this guy the confidence to finally go down there. But the very first thing he said when he switched is, "Are they still in the snake?" And this home guy was like, "I don't know," which is a bad spot to be in. Man, the way this guy is out wide so much, I don't know if they killed the Dorito dude, but if he's not, that guy's gonna die really soon. Yeah. We can even go back to the frame. I don't know what that guy was thinking. I mean, just misinformation, I guess. I don't want to knock people. You can see, like... Most people use God as like the fill-in bunker. For some reason, the guy had like one of the most dominant spots on the field, but decided to come back. Like, this guy crawled back for some reason. Why not keep the outside and wrap it and just win the side? If anything, this is like a huge risk. He's already getting a lot of attention. He's already getting shot at by a ton of people. He died. And man, yeah, so I mean, and this guy's first instinct is, oh, I lost my guy, like, I'll go to this, go to the corner. I think if anything, if you're gonna, a move like that, I don't think it's necessarily wrong. I think it's wrong to probably stay there. Like, don't go there don't go there to shoot cross, which is a long shot. If I was gonna come here, I'd be like, boom, and then I would immediately get into this. It's actually pretty safe. now this Dorito dude is 2 guns. It's kind of maybe for the end. Having some problems.
Hey, get out! Get out! You're gone!
Snake that dish up there. And awesome. I guess. Here's what it's like to be in the snake. So this is, I don't know, maybe Killers and Mutiny. This is Seabass, actually, their snake player. He just got to the snake 50. Basically, all he needs to do is one, be here, and then when he has the opportunity, just try to control the line, and if he can get a kill off the side, then just to keep it. Don't let people fill out. Okay, never mind. I guess that guy decided it would be so important. That this guy's getting so much, and it's so important that I gotta go bunker him, and he just got smoked. Not by him, but someone else. You know, maybe the tower, or maybe the home, maybe the 50, the 57. I don't know.
Hey, get up! Kill two! Got shot on the side.
So, yeah, it's the way he's playing it now. Just keep it, basically just control it. Stay with it. That's not good.
Stay with it.
They got a guy here, so kind of tension shooting this way, even though he has 0 shot. I'm not sure. Maybe he's worried about the crawl. Then either have a guy here or here, and then have a home guy. So it's super important for him to just continue to wrap this and look to win the side. He does have a guy behind him.
Find a way, Ryan. Find a way. Yeah, stay with us, Seabass. Ryan needs to find a way.
And yeah, you can probably hear me doing commenting, like just saying, like, stay with it, Seabass. You know, basically just do what you're doing. Ryan, find a way. Which Ryan is actually. Ryan is. I think he's like right behind Seabass, to be honest. Okay, so Ryan's here, and what I mean by like finding a way, like, if this guy's control, like what I was showing earlier, I was like, man, if this guy's showing, this guy's obviously rapping. You know, you can tell by his body posture, he's controlling the line, but it's still kind of stimulated. Like, Seabass doesn't want to just run straight through and maybe get shot and crossing over here. So the ideal situation would be for the guy behind him to go the inside route, stay flat, crawl, and then, you know, maybe once get to here, then he can start smoking people, and that'll just free up Seabass.
Stay with it. Find a way, Ryan. Find a way.
Find a way. I don't want to tell him what to do.
Yeah, stay with us, Seabass. Ryan needs to find a way. We're crawling.
Ryan! Seattle Seahawks to the home, Ryan!
Right now, I think he should be not shooting across. He should get flat,
There you go.
Point where he's like,
Don't slow it down, shoot more.
I think this guy should be boom, and then he should end up here. Seabass stay where he is, and the game's over. I mean, they won the game either way, but there's always a way to do something better, or a way that you should be thinking about. How could I have done that better? Let's see. Man, alright. Let's see. Yeah, this is the first day, so I'll play this one. So, okay, so right off the bat, let's say this, and this is the big tell. So like, and I think this is the big tell of like how we're gonna decide, or how we're gonna find out whether people are going corner or snake. So, like we talked about, like, okay, so should the home guy shoot here, or should the home guy shoot here? And the big tell here is when we walk the field, hey, the one dude that had 4 pods on his back, which is this dude, he's behind. So where the other one, the one we just watched before, that guy was in front. So the guy with 4 pods on his back, if he's in front, if this guy was in front of him and this guy was standing on the back, then I would assume that, the guy with 4 pods, if he's in front of this guy, he's going to be probably trying to run there. So I would shoot the ground. But when I see the guy that I just walked by, looked at his back, he's got 4 pods, and he's literally behind the guy, then I'm assuming that he's going to run way out here. So I'm going to shoot way out here. So, but yeah, so let's just say like at the board, you can't really tell until like maybe the last like 8 seconds or so, but let's see how people set up. So like, looks like from their end, I would say, boom, boom. This guy's tall, he's gonna be shooting here, and then I would imagine out here. And this is okay. This is a good example. See the guy with I don't know how many pods he has on his back, but I do know like his posture. It looks like he wants to run here at least, maybe all the way to the snake. This guy is gonna do the standard, but let's see if we're right. Yeah, okay. Yeah. You think it'd be awesome to be right all the time, but it's a curse. But yeah, okay, so, but like, yeah, the way that this guy ran here, I'm surprised this guy didn't get shot off the top, because naturally when people run, but they want to dive, like, there's a slowdown here. They like slow down, and that's when you're getting hit. So that's why I like the idea of, if you're gonna get here, like, almost like oversight this thing a little bit, because this guy's got to run too, so it's not like you're gonna hit straight up. This guy did it exactly like what I'm talking about. Go ahead and like oversight it a little bit, because you need the speed to. Because where's the real danger here is when this guy's running out. Like, the danger is here. So basically, this is where you want to be. You don't want to be slow. You want to be fast. This guy, see how much he slowed down? I'm surprised he didn't get shot. I don't know. Maybe he did. Just find out. I don't. Yeah, and again, I don't know if it's necessary for this guy to be running gunning. I think it's way more important for him to just run and just get here and be alive. The risk versus reward. Maybe he could be, maybe really good running and gunning guy, but what is the probability of him shooting the home guy that might be shooting at him, or shooting this dude? It's I don't know. I don't think it's a risk I would want to take. And it looks like this guy is shooting dedicated for that dive. This guy shot here, and then maybe switched here. But man, yeah. I'm surprised this guy didn't die. Yeah, and I definitely don't think that this dude should be running and shooting to the corner. I think he should just be booking it and diving it. And again, okay with oversighting it. The drone doesn't have music or sound to it. Okay, sweet. So yeah, this guy did die. So he got shot off the break. So this is a dangerous spot, especially if you're going here too slow. And it looks like I do like the read here. So like he shot straight up, saw that there's nobody there, but what do you say his job was going to be? He probably said, okay, my job is I'm going to shut down the snake side. I'm not going to let anybody get on the snake side. So once you're shooting this forever, and you're like, well, I can't be here forever. It's kind of sketchy, kind of dangerous. Well, what I can do is I can get closer and then shut it down even more. It's just, I think this is a sketchy spot just because how easy it is to get down through this. So I think if you're going to be here like that, you almost got to just hide behind your gun, like almost be on this side of it. So you can hide from the Doritos if you can. I don't know if that's even true. I think the Dorito might still blow your back off. And realistically, you just can't. I don't know. you almost have to. It almost has to be like a bait. That this is a gunfight that's happening. So this guy, just wait for it, rather than just shooting the shit out of your gun. If anything, what you would want to say is like, talk to this guy and be like, as soon as you see me go here, maybe I say something, whatever, Jumanji or some shit like that, and that means that pretend like you just got put in, and we want to pretend like we got put in to make this guy think like, oh shit, I just want it, I'm gonna kick out, because we want this. Ultimately, you want this guy to go out to give this guy a chance to shoot him. So yeah, there's a dude here, there's a dude here, probably there, I'm not sure. Okay, so the home guy filled exactly where the last guy died. I'm okay with that, as long as that's as long as you can do something with it. Like every time you move, you should be going with purpose. Like I'm going here to shoot this guy. The one issue that you have here is since there was never a guy that was shooting ever did this, never shot that like that, and it's so hard to track people on this Dorito side that, like I said, like, who can see if anybody ever moves? Nobody. Not that I can see. I mean, this dude shooting cross, but this is like such a ridiculously long shot, and he came out there with 4 pods. He's not gonna be able to do that forever. I think his goal should be, basically find a way, win the side. So it looks like I don't think there's even a guy here, but this guy realizes that like no one has ever had eyes on the Doritos, so I have to at the very least put my gun up on here and just on the off chance that the guy might actually be there. I think this guy's in danger because if they do get anywhere down the Dorito side, his back's gonna get blown apart. Look, yeah, okay. So it looks like this guy, he was battling head to head, but then he realizes like, hey, if I drop to a knee, I can probably just crawl here, read, and then just quick check and maybe just bump it right over. And that's exactly what he does. I do, yeah. So I like how this guy realizes that, hey, we do need this tower to be filled. Because the tower's nice because it just gives you visibility and everything. I want to see like how this guy changes his play knowing that his guy got a snake. And I guess you can kind of see, yeah, that like what a lot of people don't realize is like, I mean it's nice. It's great that he got to the tower, or this guy got filled to the tower. But every time you move, you like everything you do here, like whether you stop shooting the lane or you move to another spot, you're always giving up something. So like a lot of times these are triggers. So like this guy moving is also like a trigger for if this guy sees this guy move, he's like, oh, now's my chance to book it and just start filling out. And that's exactly what it does. So yeah, and then he just jumps again because he's like, oh, okay. Bad News Bears is this dude is going to work. And I guess this guy just got shot. Okay. So, but I think there's still a dude here, dude there. He got blown up by the Doritos. Fills out there. Yeah, that's alright. I'm okay with this because it's such a hard battle over here, like doing like that. And it stops this dude, stops the snake guy from being able to shoot, just wrap the whole thing and just kind of destroy everything. So they have here and home, but the game's pretty much over. Yeah, so it's the home dude and then like a Dorito 3 dude. And yeah, okay, so that's game. Let's see. Yeah, I really don't. Yeah, I'm just not gonna show our team breakouts until maybe I'll do another video later. But yeah, I think you're gonna see a lot of teams doing basically, running tower. I think you're gonna see a lot of the need of this, just for the simple shutdown, for the safety, like not allowing. I don't want any wild ass runs. I think this guy's always gonna be shooting here or shooting high, and this is the change up. You can see if you see back here. On the other team, it looks like the back player, the guy with the, probably you could walk past him and you'd be able to see how many pods he has on the back. That guy happens to be behind the dude that is obviously going here, obviously going to the can. So it's safe to assume that this guy's gonna go to the corner. So if I'm the sweet spotter guy, then I'm no longer shooting for this, I'm shooting for this. Okay, he didn't go to the corner, that's fair. But he did might as well. I mean, that's a wild ass run. Surprise, maybe he made it, maybe he didn't. I'll play like 2 more seconds of this and then I'm gonna show this pitch off. I guess I made it. Cool. Let's see, what else can we look at? So yeah, we already talked about. Let's see here. You're gonna see this guy shooting this way, home guy shooting here, or the big arc for the corner guy. For sure spots, maybe a for sure spot, and then little variations of everything else. I think it's on the Dorito side, walking out, and switch to the other thing. Let's see. Or we can probably show some pretty cool stuff. Yeah, we can show something. I'll show another game. Another paintball game that's coming out here shortly. For like the Dorito guys, like a lot of them are gonna end up having this battle, at least initially. But I think like not even like there's very little benefit of getting into like a gun battle in the very beginning of the game. So like if you get control, like that's pretty much how I think of it. It's like if I get here faster and I get control, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. If he ever gets control or gets kind of like sketchy where he's gonna battle, I'll drop low like this, and I'll just allow him to shoot the top here over my head, and then I can go up, and then maybe I can get a nice little sneaky shot here. So you can go here and snap. But this is kind of where he gets, where it depends on, because this is that box right here that just shuts it down. So it's kind of like the furthest you can go is right here. Okay, yeah. Let's do. Okay, so there's a paintball game that's coming out end of this month, the 30th. So this is kind of cool. It's called Infinite Paintball. Customized stuff, jerseys, masks, headgear, headbands. Like pretty much all the legit kind of just normal guns you would see in any kind of tournament series. But yeah, let's actually play something though. Yeah, it's not out yet. Like I said, it comes out the 6/30th, or yeah, 6/30, end of this month. I'm just gonna make a server real quick, and here's the layout. Start. Okay. It's pretty good actually. I'll select the blue side. Three, 2, 1.
10 seconds.
Okay, so like once the game starts, you gotta get in the start box, otherwise it dies. You die. This is the same layout we're just looking at. Pretty cool. There's some like sprint features too. So like if I'm sprinting here, oh, yeah, I guess you run out of sprint speed. Let's see. Basically, what I was gonna show you, you can dive and stuff like that. But let's go. Something like that, yeah. Dive, jump, switch hands like pretty easily, and then you can actually just quick snap. Switching hands, yeah, is pretty easy. Just normal controls. Let's see if that's it. Look how the layout is. So this is one that would be stopped by, you know. So what we were just talking about before is like if the guy goes here immediately and just end up shooting this forever. Like I reload. And this will be a multiplayer game too as well. And yeah, no, it's pretty fun actually. Like you can switch hands in if you just tap. And that's how you can kind of snap off. Jump up. Pretty cool. Alright, what else? Do I have anything else? No. Switching straight up. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna do this as like a live thing, and then I was like, yeah. I'd rather just have that like be an actual conversation than actually talking to people, or like it's called shot theory, so I want like this is my initial theory, yeah, like my proposed theory, but I want to hear people's like arguments, or like, okay, why this wouldn't work, or things they're thinking about. So because I'm not right all the time, I don't know everything, or maybe I just haven't thought of something. And the whole idea is to get the optimal theory, the game theory that we should be playing. So ideally, let's do a live one next time if we can get enough people to actually conversation, or maybe just another person that wants to be on the stream too as well. Cool. But yeah, this one's infinite paintball, and it's set to release 6/30, so end of this month. And yeah, I talked to the developer. He's cool with me showing this, so you have to be square. Or whatever kids would say these days. Yeah, I don't know. Write a comment if you want me to do something else, or detail anything else. Or just tell me I'm wrong, or why you think I'm wrong, and then we'll work that out.